Yeah, hi.
And just do a favor for me. And just share your screen, no? Let me check entirely before the panel joins that you are facing no issues. Share your screen, no?
Yeah, one second.
Okay. So there is an option next after
Yeah,
that
yeah,
video
got it,
camera,
got
right?
it.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Entire screen, right?
Right. This is fine. Okay, you just stay in the call like this. I'll just start the panel to join.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Do I need to show again ID card?
No needed.
Alright.
Hi, hi, Vinay. So So Viranga, I'm done with the verification. We can go out with the interview process back.
This one is it working? Screen sharing? Krishna?
He is stream scanning. You can see it, right?
From there, he is unable to continue. I mean, can you just open any notepad, Srikanth?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, that way you are able to make it. Yeah. Fine, I can take it for.
Okay, done. Thank you.
Hey, Vinu, hope you are doing good.
Yeah, hi Virangi. Good afternoon.
You can call me Veera.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
Let me check. Currently, you're working at?
No, I'm not currently working. I'm a immediate joiner.
Okay. So, can you brief about your education and the technical automation technical stuff? What are the different tools you have worked? How many years of experience on each tool?
Yeah.
You know, worked on multiple automation tools.
Yeah, okay. My name is Venu Srikanth. I'm having total experience of 5 years, 11 months. In that relevant Tosca experience is 3 years, 8 months. So I started working on automation from People Prime World like Limited Company. That is during 2021. There I started working for the client Cognizant. So then only I started working with Tosca Automation. This is the only tool I've been working from then onwards. So after that 6 months completed, I was converted as a full-time employee for Cognizant. So until I completed with Cognizant 2025 March, I worked on this Tosca automation using TCD and Excel data like modules creation, like creating test cases, everything like that. We used API automation using Tosca, and database testing too we did. After that, SNB Global I joined. There I joined as a Tosca automation only. They took for, but actually they have different tool there. So Pyraft some other tool. So I'm more interested in Tosca. That's why I started changing there.
Okay. So in Cognizant, so you worked till
March 2025.
okay, from last in 10
From
months.
2021 to 2025.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, notepad, any notepad. And so what is the automation framework we have this for Tosca?
Like TCD we are using for designing purpose.
Yeah. Let me complete my question. Now, what are the different folders? Can you just name it here and explain each folder in Tosca?
Sections in the Tosca you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, execution, modules, test cases.
It's thinking about the framework level. It's not just asking about sections.
Okay.
The framework folder, how have implemented or how one of your team members implemented the automation framework and explain how the relation between the
Yeah, in the initial stage, if we are joining to any new project, there we start with scanning the modules itself for getting the technical information for the application, like web application we have needs. So everything we scan as a modules. This will become model based test automation. We use these modules and convert into the test step RTBs, reusable test step blocks in the library section, so that in the similar test cases where we need to use some login credential every time, each and every time. So whenever those repeated steps are happen, those we will be using as a part of the test cases. So these modules are converted into test cases, test steps. So complete test steps will become a one test case. So these test cases we can run in Scratchbook. After that we can run these test cases in our execution list. So in what is the difference between a scratchbook and execution list is we get logs if anything failed or any issue like more than one tab found, more than one control found with the properties we selected, like that means any issues what we failed or passed, this will be stored in the execution section. So after that issues we have, like I think this is for defects, but we haven't used it in this in our project. uh, we also have requirement section also we have. For every requirement we have to assign to the proper test case. When we run this particular test case in execution only, then the particular requirement will be mapped as executed or completed, that requirement is completed by execution. Requirements, models, test case, execution issues. I think these are the main components for Tosca automation.
Okay, where do you maintain test data? Here.
Test data, like we use TCD mostly, but there are other ways also, test data service, but we in our project we didn't use it, that one. TCDs we use by creating test case design section. The test case design section, we create a sheet. In that sheet we have to create multiple attributes. Under attributes we have to create multiple instances. Suppose if we have like one drop down means we have to create.
The time sheet, no problem.
Okay.
So you have registration sheet, right? The test case design section. So how do you include the registration test case?
Reinstallation, right? You're
You have
asking.
to do registration for 100 users.
Yeah, got it. Like if we have a test data in the Excel means we can create one test case with the same the test flow is same, but the user credentials are different for different users. Means those data which we have already in the Excel, we have to frame it in the form of a TCD sheet. So then only it will accept those values. We have to assign that so that it should reflect in the schema path for the test case. Then only before converting to that we have to use the test case template. Then only it will be accepting those test data from the Excel sheet. After that we have to create multiple instances for that. Based on the number of test cases in the Excel sheet, it will convert to it will generate number of test cases there.
Okay, how do you refer a column? Say for example, in the registration, you have email, phone number, first name, last name,
Excel
right?
of
How do you refer that column?
Excel of we write as Excel of. Otherwise we can drag and drop also. It will automatically generate in this format for that.
Okay, so yeah, and also once the registration is successful, I want to update the status to that Excel. How do you in the test data sheet and in the last column status of registration, maybe we can assume I want to update that last column success or the failure. How do you make it?
Test data sheet, you mean like test sheet you're asking?
Yeah, in the test sheet. In the test sheet, you have last column after registration fields like first and last. And the last column will be status of that registration.
Okay.
If the registration is successful, you have to update that last column. How do you get it?
Like it we based on that we have to verify that text. We already create some right told that success message, right? That will be verifying with the UI generated success message. So it will compare it, and then only based on the condition we have to drag and drop that that instance for that particular condition. Then the condition will be assigned. So when the success condition is assigned for the test case, it will only show the test step during the test case. So it will verify. But if it is like a negative test case means we should not show that success message. Means only for S condition, as we assign the in the condition column means, So it will not show for other conditions like no. If we are setting like two instances yes and no in the test sheet level, means for yes only we will drag and drop into the condition level. For that only it will show the test step in the test case level also. When we are executing also, the only that test step will be generated and executed. So when for no we don't have any condition, for that way it will be ignored at that time.
Yeah. So have you written any cleanup scenarios?
Yeah, recovery scenarios and cleanup scenarios.
So, I mean, when did you work first? How many months back?
Like 4 to 5 months.
Okay, do you remember how many you created? What kind of cases, use cases of those?
Yeah, few scenarios like some pop-ups will be coming in our application. Those kind of scenarios we try to use recovery scenarios at that time point of time. So when that also not working, like at that time we use cleanup scenarios. Cleanup scenarios are like even though it's try to recover that test cases without failing, trying to recover to pass the test case, still it's not recovering, means at that time we have to move on to the next case. But when it's failing, it will not the close any next, it will not execute the next steps. That means like closing the browser, these kind of steps will not be executed. So that when the next test case is executing, it was closing the previous test case, means it will cause some mismatching, like if the same title will be found in the new tab also, in the same browser new tab will be opened for the next test case. So more than one matching tab will be found, so execution will be going on failing from then onwards. So to not to happen this kind of scenarios, we use cleanup scenarios. There we try to close browsers, mostly quit browsers when without any issues, if any recovery scenarios not working.
Okay. So in our case, there are two similar buttons. Back, that will be displayed at top of the web page, and the same back button will be displayed at the bottom of the page. How do you handle the both cases?
Yeah, maximum the properties will be same here as inner text and inner HTML, these things. First we will try to check any properties different from for these two. If it is if anything different, means based on that property we can uniquely identify both of them. If it is not, means then we have to use any anchor element. So nearby elements which are unique, we have to take it as a reference to identify these elements. So but we have to handle these two elements in a single a single section itself, means we have to select the generic properties from the technical properties point of time, and we have to give either a constant index, or we can use the configuration parameter explicit name and use it at the test step level to specify which position we want to like perform any action, like click or inputting any data into the text box, sorry, button you said, right? Click operation we can do like specify, means like explicit name we are using, means we have to give like #1. So it will take for the first identified control. So it will perform that click option on the first element. If we are giving #2, by using that configuration parameter explicit name, means it will click on the second name. In the similar fashion only constant index also will work. Constant index is also configuration parameter. This will work when we select as a index, when we are selecting some element, we are selecting as a common properties and selecting as a identify by index, means by default it will create at the module technical properties level for that attribute as a constant index configuration parameter. That also we
Okay.
have to change during using the tbox set buffer and perform action on the which one of the required element.
Okay. So when you do shopping on Amazon, so at the end you would see some order number, right?
Yeah.
So how do you capture that order number dynamically?
Yeah, we have also similar policy number in our application. Like we use like a dynamic buffer. I use like order also text will be there in that. We use inner text as a property. So the we will write the expected value there, and the part which we want to buffer, we will be using xb of that buffer name we will be specifying there. So on the action mode will be verify action mode. When we are executing this step, it will verify that the text is matching, inner text is matching, and the part which we used as a xb, it will capture as a buffer value. That value we can use it any, after this step we can use it anywhere, like a normal buffer itself, buffer of buffer name of, like that.
How do you get that values? When you try to capture, including number, also that will be captured as property value, right?
Yeah, that's why we are using buffer. Can I write something like that?
Yeah, you can write the property in the text.
Yeah, I got it. For us we
Not
have
statement, I'm expecting in the technical properties section in the modules, right? Attributes.
okay.
How do you make sure that element attribute property? Element property here, that would be like element, right?
Yeah,
When
I
you
will.
try, yeah, yeah. Say for example, that text should be policy number column 1, 2, 3, 4. Say for example.
Yeah, got it. That dynamic part we have to keep it as a regular expression star by using that. So it will not change every time. It will accept that any dynamic number there. So based on that, it will accept that in a text. So if it is in a text or a text a property which is getting that value means, we'll use as a policy number, and for that value we use xp buffer something. If the remaining part we don't need it, means we can keep it as a regular expression. So here it will buffer this part, policy buffer will be saved the buffer number. So on the action mode we have to use this verify, then only it will work. Otherwise we have other option, like, but it will not capture only this part, it will capture everything from policy number onwards. There we have to use like um, partial buffer t. For standard module we have t box partial buffer. So it will take the entire text as a value. There we have to start index and last index we have to specify. Otherwise we have last number of digits from the last also we have to specify. Based on that it will take that part as a other buffer value.
Say for example, in the buffer temporary variable, you have policy number column equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to get the only 1, 2, 3, 4 number. How do you do it?
With a partial buffer you're asking, right?
Whatever may be, partial buffer or any other stuff.
Yeah, this is also one, right? Dynamic buffer we have. It will ignore this part, only buffer the policy number part right here.
Yeah, have you ever used string related functions?
String replace we use it. Number of occurrences I use it. String upper, string lower I use it. String length I use it.
No. So regarding parameters, at what different places we have
Parameters,
implemented, like declared.
test case parameters, right? Basically we use like browser, like some value we have like Chrome or Edge we use based on our in which browser we want to execute. Synchronization timeout we have to use. It will be default some 30 seconds in the settings, that we can override by specifying at the test case level or test case folder level. And also when we are using wait on, we can increase that wait on time also by using synchronization timeout during wait on. That also override the existing value time which is set in the settings. So that also we can increase at the test case level or test case folder level.
Okay. At test case level, you define parameters, say for example, URL, browser, username, password, maybe the policy number, etc. And you executed scripts on key environment. If you want to execute on EAT environment, how do you make it?
If we want to use the same Using the same data means just in
I,
the
I
you.
am same data may not work. I should change because EAT error would be different, right?
Yeah, credentials if you are different means
The variance maybe many other parameters should be there if you want to trigger on EAT. Say for example there are 20 parameters.
okay.
How do you do the key EAT resolution?
Mm, I think if we write at execution level, it will overwrite existing values.
Okay, no problem. So we have experience on web based or any other technologies at Tosca.
Web API DB used like less than web DB.
Okay, so API also did use, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What is the application did you use for API testing?
Basic authentication we used.
Okay, the basic authentication in your project, right?
Yeah, like our project is on pet insurance, like a single page application like we have. Like similar applications we have like MPQC, VBQC, Legacy QC. These three applications, these are like interlinked applications. These are like a US based company. It's like from nationwide. So for
So
feline and
you
canine,
yeah, that's right. You worked along with your team members, that is a IC role.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
working on.
not individual. Let's say team member only.
So what kind of database you guys used? What is the database?
I think database. Not able to remember. It's been a long time.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Uh, say for example, multiple team members are working, right?
Yeah.
So four members is the team. If you want to get all other team members work done today, how do you get all their works, modules or test scripts or whatever they created, execution list, documents? How do you get their documents into your workspace?
Like as it is a multi user workspace, we can share all the like test cases or modules everything, but we have to use like naming structure everything, like everyone will have some folder for them in the module level and test case level which they are working for that modules or test cases, which initially it will be in in progress state. After it will be checked by the lead, it will be moved to the approved status. So those are the modules everyone can use based on their what their development in the testing phase. uh, Modules we use, test cases we use, RTBs we use, like
I mean, how do you get their latest completed piece of work into your repository? What is the process? What are the options did you use?
repository like
Say, for example, team member B, he has worked on B module.
hmm,
He has completed all B module related test cases, module scanning,
okay,
test case design,
okay,
sheets, etc., etc.
okay,
One second, I'm getting some call.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got my question, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Team member B completed B, team member C completed C, B, C modules you need to get into your space. Today completed or 1 hour back completed.
Okay.
And we also integrate your piece of work. We also need to merge your module.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you make sure all this kind of integration stuff?
Like we have to coordinate with the team, other team members if we have any dependencies, like few pages, like if person one is working on the like home page on the application, after without completing the home page we cannot work on that navigating to other pages from the home page. So we just communicate with them that we have dependency, we have to complete that, and the folder
No, no,
structure.
here not forget about completing. They have completed their modules
Okay.
and it's available in their repository
Okay.
or somewhere. You have to get all their work into your repository.
Okay. But I think it will already in multi-user repository. It will be in their folder, but lead has to verify that modules and test cases before moving into the approved status. Right?
Generally, some options to make their work, splitting those options into the answer. Okay, fine. So there are the cases, model, there is a registration model we are going to work. Okay, how to make sure the other team member also would not work on the same registration model.
Like while initiating the story card itself will be assigned, like lead will be informing us which team member will be working on the which story.
Lead,
So
lead has he can work on any number of model, right? He can fix on any model, right? During regression testing, people would be switching to a number of models and all. So to make sure others should not work on the same time, there would be some process would be following. It's not like okay, you work on A model, you work on B models. Like in the real time, it won't work. That kind of maybe. For skill development, initially it would work, but later on, if you are doing regression testing, the fixes and all, if the
okay.
coordination is not good, then there is generally the process will be followed, and you are working with the teams of the multi-team member.
Mm.
Yeah, fine, no problem. Here, uh, for data iteration, what are the different options? You said like a TCD, one of the option. Any other options? You have
Yeah,
access.
test data service we have, like it is like a on it's a web based database like that, like we call it as a test data management also. So it will also, we have to maintain this also, like some excel or sql sorry, database, normal sql kind of data. uh, Based on those modules we have, particular modules, we can fetch those values, and we can use that test data into our test cases. Like if we have like login credentials we have, means in the tds means, those data also we can fetch them using those particular modules we have. For test data service we have particular modules to fetch or use them, or manipulate them. So those kind of modules should be used to fetch these values and pass into the our required test case. I didn't use it much, that
From
service.
TDS, how do you refer into test case? The column. Uh, Before you mentioned that Excel square bracket email.
Yeah, yeah.
As of TDS, how do you refer?
Hmm. I think like table no.
Yeah, no problem. So here, the same test data can differ in multiple test cases.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So how the system would make sure like there will be some conflict, right? Whenever retrieving an update in the TDS particular row, how the system would work? Say for example, the account number, single bank account number would work for a number of test cases, right?
Got it.
In multiple test cases would be referring. After executing again would be updating that particular row, maybe some reference and transition or how the system would work to make sure.
Actually, I didn't worked on TDS, but I just have knowledge on that.
Mhm.
I think
So
it will
yeah,
work in
fine.
parallel mode.
Other than TDS in the Tosca server
Yeah.
section, what are the different components did you work?
Xcan, Commander,
I'm talking about the Tosca server.
Tosca server,
So when you
a
open
Dex,
Tosca
Dex,
server, you have
Dex,
multiple
distributed
components.
execution,
I'm sorry.
distributed execution Dex we have.
Okay.
So
What else?
what I know in the web server is Dex and this TDS only. I think
Mhm.
other also there, but those I don't know at all. These are the main I think everyone use mostly.
Your framework is supporting Dex. I mean, did you try
Yeah, yeah.
Dex?
We executed our test cases
How many
parallelly.
in the same RD or you have taken multiple missions?
Multiple missions, different agents we have in the.
Okay, so from where you trigger, you are targeting on 10 different missions.
Hmm.
From where you would execute, how the process would be.
Like they will be running in the parallel. Like if we have like some execution list means, like we can drag and drop like four. If I have four execution list means we can drag and drop each and one execution list to one agent mission, so that they will run. These are four execution list will run in different machines parallelly, so that we will save our time during execution. If anything failing also, it will not impact on the other machine. Hello.
Yeah, I'm getting. And
So
did you use self-healing?
yeah, self healing. Yeah, by default they will every element have self healing properties, but we have to enable at the TCP level. Then only it will work that self healing properties. Otherwise, they will not be working.
Okay, so how does that complete end-to-end process? You enabled it, you executed,
Okay.
something is fixed, then
Yeah.
what are
Then
reverse steps?
after fixed means we have to right click on that, apply that fix we have to do. Otherwise these properties will be as it is like old properties only. New properties will not be updated into that to make that sorry, that element unique. New properties will be updated only after execution list. It will show some symbol like heart symbol. Then only we can know that recovery scenarios has initiated at that point of time.
Okay. Okay, you execute the scripts and where the results should be updated, I mean integrated with any test management tool.
No, we use our execution list only. We didn't have any integrated with that.
What kind of reports, any custom reports you generated?
Custom reports. Not that much. Like we detailed reports we take, but no custom reports we didn't use it.
What are the different formats you share to the client stakeholders, the reports?
Uh, Detailed log we have. Not able to remember. There are four type of formats we have.
Okay. Okay,
Detailed log we
so
have.
yeah, understood. No problem. So directly so in the folder, in the Tosca workspace folder, we'll be having some folder, reporting folder that we'll be sharing, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we can also print the report also as a PDF. We for our execution sometimes we after running that execution we attach this PDF report into the Jira ticket also.
Mhm. So no, any experience on mainframe, Tosca?
No, we didn't use it mainframe.
Okay.
Web only mostly I did. Some days I tried on a desktop also. API also I did, but the mainframe we haven't touched it.
Okay, if I missed anything. When did you pass out in BTech?
2016.
Yeah, same.
I didn't get it. What you're asking?
I'm seeing here was one of the companies, Virtusa Technologies.
Yeah, that is my first company, 2018.
What's the reason you left government?
Cognizant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that much financial growth or growth in that project. Also, I have been working on the same project from last 2.5 years in there.
I mean, once it out offer, did you get?
No. I joined S&P Global after that.
Okay. How many months did you work recently?
S&P 6 months. There due to some tool preference only, I have to walk out of that company.
Okay. Any reason why you not
No,
new resume?
only that reason only for S&P Global. It was a product-based company actually.
No,
It is related.
what's the reason why you not mention on your resume S&P global experience?
I mentioned that one. I think they didn't downloaded the latest resume. I think so.
Okay. So how many months did you work on S&P global?
6 months. 6 months from April to October.
From last 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah,
That's a contract or S&P global?
full time employee only.
Yeah, fine. So, other than Kafka, do you have any programming knowledge, Java, any other tools?
No, I started working on Tosca only. I didn't work on any tool, but I have some knowledge on JavaScript and learning JavaScript nowadays. For a playwright, I'm trying to learn.
Fine, I'm done. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, is it for a mainframe testing, like a project? What is that? I didn't get it.
Yeah, mainly it's for mainframe
Okay.
automation at present. All the mainframe systems will be migrated to
Okay.
latest technologies, will be web.
Okay.
But immediately need to work on mainframe
Okay.
using task automation though maybe after a few months
Okay.
that will be on web. Along with mainframe, we also have API and database,
I have.
the combination, and also some desktop applications, some end-to-end applications of the
Okay.
the tool.
It's like what domain like this, like
It's a
insurance,
banking, it's a banking domain.
banking. Okay. I think that's it. No.
Yeah, fine, yeah, I'm done, and I'll share my feedback to recruiter.
Yeah.
They will
Okay.
get back to you. Okay.
Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
You can talk.
Yeah. Okay.